Hi, welcome to valuationpodcast.com, a podcast and video series about all things related to business and valuation. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I'm a business valuation expert in St. Louis, Missouri, focused on mediation and litigation. During this episode, we will discuss mergers and acquisitions and creating value before the transaction with Stephen White. He's an ESOP valuation expert and transaction advisor in Montclair, New Jersey. And you kind of talked about a bunch of different industries, but was there a particular industry that you've come across that seems to be like the most active right now in the M&A space?
Yeah, it's really been in the technology space, technology and healthcare from
Okay.
our perspective. And so, like I said, we study a lot of trends and we read a lot of different research reports because that helps us when we're doing our valuation. Because you want to look at the economic and the industry analysis in order to really come up with a true determination of value of that particular business. But as far as the technology and the healthcare, it is interesting. And just to give an example of a company that we were doing a valuation for, which is in the healthcare sector, they actually own something that is doing extremely well. It's very profitable. But the unique thing about it is, and as I go through this, I have to be very careful how I explain this, because we obtained this client because of the mere fact that they were a distressed healthcare company. They had a product that was doing extremely well, but other things that they had in the company were not doing well, which was draining the overall company. So in that process of doing that valuation, what we found is another partner for them. So the partner was able to come in and acquire that distressed company and obtain that product that they have. And I think everyone pretty much understands that in the healthcare industry, R&D is one thing that keeps the company growing. And if they do not have a robust pipeline, what do? You go out and acquire the product. And that's essentially what took place in this particular situation. And that has been happening more and more in the healthcare space. They're looking for the larger and mid-sized companies are looking for the smaller companies that have great product line, but do not have the mass distribution that the larger or the mid-sized company have, and merging those companies together. And that's more along the lines of what's called more of a synergy type of merger, where the two companies come together and look for opportunities to grow and enhance from that standpoint and eliminate some of the overlaps there. From a technology standpoint, those have been more of, I created something or we're moving along in somewhere and they're looking for more of an expansion of their overall company. We're doing more of the valuation at that point just to see where they fit in the grand scheme of things. So healthcare technology, those have been the two that have been approached the most. The least amount, interestingly enough, has been on the retail side. And I can't quite put my finger on why that is. I would think intuitively, you would think that's the area that you would see a lot of activity on, but it hasn't. And I brought up the bankruptcy side of it because a lot of them are just selling off to parts of their overall companies in order to just continue to survive. So they're selling them off to pay off creditors. They pay off the subordinate debts. But we do occasionally get involved in the M&A where someone is going to buy off, rebrand it, and then incorporate it inside of their overall business plan.